Hello, this is Unknown Void Cat. Welcome back to some HardRock TerraFirmaCraft video, and once again I have no clue what I've been doing because I just took quite a long break. I think the last video I made on this mod pack was literally like over 2 weeks ago, so the longest break I've taken, so I don't know what I'm doing. All I can assume was I was probably making more iron for something. What? I don't know. But for something. So we have dirty dust. I'm gonna go and wash this. Yeah. I could have probably watched the last video to like try to like recall what I was doing. But I didn't, so we're just gonna assume what I was doing last video. I don't actually remember. I just assume I was probably making more iron for something. But what? I already have an iron axe, I already have a shovel and pickaxe, so it's not only that, I already have the saw. So I assume the next thing I was planning on making probably was the fan, because I remember that was like a big thing I wanted to make, was the encased fan. I wanted to make that. Gear shift. Which is just, Oh, I didn't realize. Hold up. I didn't realize we have a slight issue in our whole plan to, in our whole great plan to do, in our whole plan to make that encased fan. I did not realize there's a big problem with the fact that I didn't realize this. I thought this was just a gearbox. I didn't realize this is a gear shift, which means we're gonna need to get a redstone torch, which means we need to get redstone dust, which I've never gotten before, which is worrying. That means we need to find redstone from somewhere. Where is redstone? So what's cryolite? Cryolite is somewhere you get redstone. Cinnabar is another form of redstone. So we're going to need to find one of those two. Do we have any? Cinnabar or cryolite? Nope. Redstone or ruby? Wait, did I just not do... Why did I not mention which one it is? Why did I do that either or thing there? I don't know. Saltpeter, quartz, malachite, bitmouse, halite. Okay, I don't see any. As far as I can tell, I do not see any sort of redstone, which is worrying, unless it's over here. But if it's over here, then wait, that's is box. Wait, what was the name of the ore I needed again? I think it was cinnabar, wasn't it? What was the redstone ore? I've already forgot. No, it's cinnabar. Cinnabar or chirolite. Cinnabar, chirolite. One of those. Okay, I don't think I saw any of them. Yeah, none of these are that. Unless there's some over here. Nope, I see none. As far as I can tell. Yep. None at all, which is, worrying. Worrying. In fact, I would say definitely not the best. But I'll just have to deal with it. It shouldn't be that bad because we don't need immediately to get an encased fan, because unlike the millstone, this is completely necessary if you want to automate, grinding stuff. If you want to automate grinding up all these like crushed metals and different metals that we mine, you need the millstone, because the only other way to crush the metals that we have right now is through the quern, and that's obviously manual. But for washing metals, technically the sluice, like the more primitive option, is technically already automated. It's just a little annoying because, you know, you have to go down into this like water thing, which is kind of annoying, but it's still technically automated, even if it is annoying. Let me do a quick check on these guys. Haven't looked at them in a while, so I need to make sure they're not immediately about to be full or something. But that does not seem to be the case, so we should be good there. Okay, let's look at the quest book. I haven't looked at it in a while. What are we missing in the quest book? Because this is pre-industrial, so I assume there has to be a next age, because this is like ages. But how do you get to the next age? Because I still don't have access to the next age. So it does make me wonder how you're supposed to get access. Like, maybe you have to do these stuff. But I really don't want to. If that's the case. I mean, it'd be useful because you need a bellow and a stone vent. It feels very potentially annoying to do. Is there literally anything else? Okay, the prospector pick leads into something, so maybe we need to make a prospector pick. Did we ever get the stuff to make a prospector pick? I don't think so. What we could do is... Why am I... Oh, I'm thirsty. I was like, why is my character starting to get, like, exhausted and messed up? Oh, I'm just very thirsty, it would seem. Okay, so get a bit more milk. Doop. Also take a quick bite of my apple, green apple. Okay, so what I need to do, I'm gonna try to make that prospector pick. And so what I'm gonna do, since I don't really care about prospecting picks, because I prefer the drill, I'll just make like a really cheap one out of like this random bismuth bronze, and I just melt it down immediately after. I'll just immediately melt it back down into the ingot. Okay, what button did I have? No, what? Darn, I can't remember. Oh, it's this. I was trying to remember what button I put the backpack, which key I put it to. I don't remember. Okay. So I do have some fuel, so I can use that. Heat that up. Okay, ready it up. Put the ingot in there. We're just going to heat it up a bit. Once it's heated up enough, we should be able to start hammering it. And hopefully it's not too complicated to hammer it into a prospecting pick. Hopefully it's not too complicated of a recipe. I hope. I do very much hope. And while it's happening, let's do a quick check on some other stuff. That requires wrought iron, which we actually now have access to, so that's not too bad. Well, actually, wait, didn't it say it required a bucket? Don't bucket. Oh, couldn't use wood buckets, so that's not that bad. I don't really care about that right now, though. Food is not my majority priority right now. It's not my major priority. Okay, just let me get this pretty hot, just so we can, you know, keep it on the anvil for a good amount of time. Which one of these are prospector pick? It is prospector pick, right? Yes. So it needs to go like that. Yeah, so you go do. So we need to bend it, then up draw it, then punch it. So we need to be like pretty far forward then for that. Okay, so let's get to the center. So we do let's try one upset, then a bend, then a draw. Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, let's do 1, 2, 3, 3 punches, a bend, and then stuff. Up. I don't know how I perfectly did that. I don't even remember what I did exactly, but somehow I just absolutely perfected that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna quickly grab a stick. I don't know why I went out here. There's obviously a stick in my backpack. Okay, now we need all the others though. Let me just Ouchie! I'm actually not going to smelt this down, just in case we somehow need it for something else, like another quest. I'm not going to smelt this back down. So we need a drill, and we need a... we also need a hammer. Really? Okay, never mind, I am going to melt it back down. Scratch that, we are melting it back down. Put the fuel back in. Is it still going? Yes. Okay, so we need to make the drill. Already have that somewhere, but also need to make a hammer as well, which is going to be a nuisance to do. The prospecting hammer, because that's more expensive. No good resources. I don't see. That sucks. We don't got any like good things of resources right now. Let's just quickly grab this. Actually, let's check. Does this even lead to any other quests? Like, does this lead to... It doesn't lead to any other quest is the thing. In fact, none of them do. I still just... Okay, the question now just becomes, like, do I have to do these quests? If I want to... Also, I accidentally let that thing melt too much. Do I have to do these quests to get to the next age? Or is it going to be something else it's locked behind? I don't know. That's what I want to know. I feel like it isn't. It just wouldn't make sense for that to be what the quest is connected to the quest. It just wouldn't make sense, so I'm not gonna... I'm gonna assume that's not the case. I'll put these back up. But then what could be unlocking the next age? What would unlock the next age? Okay, these lead to something. These lead to something, so clearly those are important for something. Man, do I really not have any cowlight powder at all? Oh, no, I put in the other chest. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. And then that leaves a crucible. Aw, don't tell me you're trying to make me actually make up. Darn it. That's the problem of running ahead and... This is the problem of running ahead and not, it's the issue of running ahead and not doing things in order, because now we got this stuff messed up. Let me relight this real quick, just so it's back to being a forge. Yeah. Put that back in being a forge. Okay. So we have that part of the quest. We have that part of the quest done, but now we need fire clay again to make the unfired crucible. Fire clay, fire clay, fire clay. We have the stuff to make fire clay, actually. Surprisingly, I thought I didn't. Okay. How do you make a one? How do you make it again? Like so. Which will lead into that. Why do you want me to make a mold table? Casting channels and mold tables, liquid in the crucible. Mold tables hold molds when the liquid metal fills with mold and cools. A hopper under the mold table draws out the solid line. With a large enough setup, you can pour a full crucible to ingots with a single click. So it wants me to go make all these like mold crucibles now. I see. Wait, what was that? Oh, it's porcelain. I thought that was gonna be like a more efficient recipe or something. No, sadly not. Sadly, it does not want to be that easy for me. I'll keep this somewhere. It's not useful for me. Like, I'm probably not going to use it for anything, but I'll keep it just in case. Maybe I, for some reason, want a second crucible in the future. But it seems we need cowlights. Cowlights somewhere. Where is my cowlight mine? I don't think I ever marked which one is which, because I only ever went to it once, so it was like not in the time where I started marking every mine I currently am mining as active or not. I'm gonna assume it's probably this one. Let's just assume. I'm just gonna hopefully assume it's that one that's, you know, close by. Hopefully. Hopefully. Okay. But just in case it isn't, if it isn't, I'm just gonna mine it anyway because it's so close by. It would be more convenient. It's more convenient source, so I'll use it even if it isn't. Where's my? I already keep it in my. Okay, I already have it in my inventory. Okay. I was about to say, where's my drill? Let's just make a few more things just in case. A few more ladders, and we're gonna go out to explore. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this green apple as much as I can because it's probably gonna rot soon anyway. So I want to make sure to eat them regularly. Now to the cowlight we shall go. To the cowlight we shall go. Green apples. More green apples. Keep on walking. Just want to check that water sometimes. We did have like a weird incident before where the water just dried up one day because like somehow like a random dirt block fell on like a random one of the aqueducts somehow, despite the fact that I don't remember ever messing with any dirt blocks over there, and somehow destroyed one of the aqueducts before, like videos ago. So I want to make sure nothing like that happens again. So just doing a quick checkup. Okay, hopefully this is the cowlight mine I was using, so I don't have to make a whole brand new one, because that would be really annoying. Very annoying. And it seems that might be the case. As I'm looking at it, I don't see any, yeah, I don't see any tunnel down or anything. No sign of like a tunnel. As far as I can see. Like, let me just do a quick, just make sure it's not just like hidden somewhere. Nope, I do not see it, which means we're gonna have to go down. Okay. Nothing. 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 Okay, that's a medium sample. Medium sample, small sample, no sample. Back to the no, it's not medium. There's a medium. There's nothing. There's a large. Okay, we'll dig here then. This will work. Hopefully. Hopefully fine. Yep, still large, just making sure it's not like bamboozling me and messing me up. Just making sure it's not all of a sudden going tricking me, and like I accidentally like maybe hit my prospector pick the wrong way and I thought it was down, but maybe I accidentally clicked it to like the side or something. I don't know. Just make sure nothing annoying is gonna happen there. It's not gonna work how I want it to. I need to find this cowlight so we can go ahead and grab a few, make a decent amount of porcelain, or not porcelain, fire clay, and get that thing done. Whatever mold table it is that it wants me to make, and the channels. We do gotta realize there's multiple things we gotta make, so I need to get a good amount. A good amount, considering the amount we have to make. Do 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 the limestone I shall keep mining it. Okay, here's the cowlight. I'm gonna keep going down a little bit more. First, just keep mining down like a few more things, just so it's like we got access to a good amount of the cowlight at once. Like so. Okay, that should be good. So I don't really care about the random piece of gravel. What I'm gonna do now, just bloop. Badoop. Badoop. Don't need the drill anymore. Grab the ladders. Up. Boop, 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 boop. Darn it. Get back your torch. Okay. A few more ladders. Good thing I made a new set. Back to the base. Good thing I made more. This thing kind of needed a good amount of ladders. Okay, now I'm just gonna grab these two. And my support beams. Back down we go. To mine some more catlights. There. Be very careful. I'd rather this place does not collapse on me or something crazy. Okay. Let me break this one down just so you can get that before we put a beam on it. There. Now that area is supported. Put that away. That away. Now let's just mine this back. Nah, I'll leave it there. I don't care. I can stay. Okay. Clean this out. How much do we get from each catlight? So you mine it directly, you get like 4. Or you get like, you actually get a little bit more for some reason if you're doing this, so I guess we'll do that. And you need 4 per fire clay, and if you need 5 fire clay per object, that means you need 4 times 5. You need 20 catlight powder per object, and we need to make 2 things. So we need 40 catlights. If each catlight gives you 5, then if each catlight gives you 5 powder, and we need 20 powder per thing, we have so we have 40 divided by 5, so we need 8 catlights, I assume, if my math's correct. I'll just grab a bit more extra just in case I was a little off. We also do need to calculate the fact that we do already have some fire clay technically already made, so we technically need a little less than what I calculated, but just to be on the safe side, we'll grab a little bit more, since we're probably going to need more in the future anyway, maybe. That it could also be good to make a few fire clay molds, because right now we only have the regular clay molds, and those clay ingot molds, and those ones aren't as good. They, break a lot quicker. So I would rather make a few fire clay ones again. That could be good. So we get a good amount of catlight. Catlight. Gotta get a few more pieces. We'll just finish off this last little strip of limestone and catlight, and then we're heading back home. Let's get that fire clay. Also, to check up on that magnite, which should have finished washing in the sluices. So we should be able to turn that into some cast iron soon. Let me actually, can I go ahead and turn these into, yep, just turn these into cobblestone, so they're a nice one nice little stack. And back home we go, after I hide this, but then rename it to Active Catlight Mine, so I know that this is the one I'm supposed to be using for my stuff. And let's go home. Bye bye, catlight mine. I'm headed home to hopefully have a lot of iron powder waiting for me at home. Hopefully enough to make whatever I'm making. Like, we can't really do stuff with the cased fan yet because we don't have the redstone, unfortunately. So that's gonna have to be on the back burner for a bit. We can't make the encased fan even if we do have the iron to make the fan parts. But there's some other stuff we probably can make with iron that'd be really useful. That will be helping us out. I just don't know what, though. I don't know what things we want to make yet. I'll have to see. I'm hoping the thing will the quest book will give us a bit of guidance if we unlock the next age. Like maybe it'll help give me a bit of guidance. Because I got the resource, I'm starting to get the resources, but I don't know where to put those resources into now that I got most of the basic tools. So I guess one thing I should focus on is getting these guys, getting more of those guys automated and getting these guys automated. But to get the mechanical saw automated, I'm gonna have to get a building to put it in, so it's not, you know, that has like a filter to stop it from polluting. So I'm gonna need to do that. Okay, let me go over here to the millstone. Start doing a bit of milling, please. Can you hold a bunch more? No. Annoying. Annoyingly, it cannot. Well, I don't want to manually mine this because you get less for some. You actually get like just guaranteed less. If you might go through that, through the manual quirks, you get one less. So I'm not going to use those because it's a little different than with the powders. With the powders, if you put them in the quern, it's like the other metals, like iron stuff. If you break their ore stuff through the quern instead of the millstone, you technically get less, but it's not guaranteed. Like if you break the metal chunks in a millstone, you get a small chance of getting like a tiny micro dirty dust that you can like combine together to a full thing of dirty dust that it can be washed, but it's not guaranteed. Versus like this guaranteed gives you one extra piece of cowlite than what the quern would give you. So we definitely want to be doing the cowlite in that. Drink a bit more. Eat my apples before they go bad. See the pollution being generated from it? Generates a pollution because of it, funnily enough. Okay. Now there should be a good enough cowlite in here. Not all of it's going to be broken, but at least enough to make the stuff I want to make. Okay. 21 cowlite powder. Should be enough. And luckily I should have plenty of graphite too. Thanks to all this graphite I've been destroying in the past. Okay, it's actually not enough cowlite. Never mind. I stand corrected. Not enough. Now it's enough though. And whoops, wrong thing. I want to click on this. There. Now, give me 1 second. I need to check up on. Okay, so what? Look at the fire clay. Actually, what am I turning it in? What's the recipe? So we need a mold table. Was it a casting channel? It was a casting channel. Okay, first let's do the mold table. That is simply just this. Okay. And then a casting channel. Casting channel, a little bit more complicated. You gotta do this whole weird thing here. Okay, I see. So what you want to do is essentially, I guess, that didn't go correctly. Okay, what is it? So you're making like, okay, so you're making like a little bowl with 2 corners and then a top piece. Okay, there. Easy. A bit easier now. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some more cowlite and throw it into this thing while I'm here. Go ahead and throw a bit more. Okay. I missed. There. Now we're good. Okay, let me just make a few fire ingot molds real quick. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. The rest will just sit here, just in case you need it for other things. No. The recipe is simple. Just do this. And there. 2 molds. I'm gonna put this torch away. Grab my charcoal. And we're back to the forge. Which we're gonna have to wait a while to heat up, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's gonna take a bit. That's the wrong button. I meant to hit the button to place stuff down. Okay, look. Yeah, you could. Okay, this has to be the next age. Because look, there's like a giant gear right there. Okay, so I was trying to follow the wrong path. Like, I was trying to, like, go for, like, this before. I remember, like, searching so long to find a random metal deposit. And so it was right to get the prospector pick. I just don't need to do this. And you don't have to do these either, it seems. It's just probably good eventually to get the cellar and stuff. Eventually, that'll be useful. These are what we have to do for some reason. Despite the fact that it doesn't really make sense. Why would I have to get a mold table? But whatever. Whatever. Okay. So what did they even do? Casting channels connect to crucible and mold tables. Liquid in the crucible are poured by right-clicking the channel. Mold tables hold molds. Yeah, mold tables hold molds, and when the liquid metal fills the mold and cools, a hopper under it can drag it out. With a large enough setup, you could pour a filled crucible to ingots with a single click. I don't really know if that's that useful, really. It's like somewhat more automating it, but I feel like it's still plenty easy to just go doop and then take out. And I feel like it's more nice that way, actually, because you can, when you're putting an ingot in here to manually fill it, you can kind of like just give like a quick check to make sure that the metal is mixing properly up here. Versus if you're using the channels, you might be, if you're doing everything outside by clicking on channels, I feel like there might be a worry that you would not notice it properly what's going on. So that's a little worrying. Okay, andesite alloys. Okay, that's what I need to get. I need to get brass and andesite alloys. Brass. I didn't make brass again. Brass and andesite alloys. Okay, I see. I will work on... Do I have a brass ingot? Because I could have sworn I made brass like a long time ago. Unless I'm just hallucinating that. And it never did in fact happen. I am just hallucinating it. I never did make brass. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let me just put this here. I could be in the wrong button. That needs to be put there. How do you make brass? 10% zinc, 90% copper. Okay. Easy. 10% zinc, 90% copper. Oh, I don't have copper though. Oh, no, I have 90% copper right there. What am I talking about? Perfect. Literally had it right there. No. Let's turn these into actual pellets first. Turn these into actual pellets first, please. They don't take up so much room. Okay, that should be the stuff we need. Whatever happened to the, there. Oh, they didn't actually get finished because of, need to be heated up a bit more. Okay, now they're good. I'm going to put them in the back, though, because I prefer to use the cheapo molds first. I prefer to use the cheapo molds first. Let those get used up first. Yep, like that. Literally got used up right there and destroyed. Okay, 1 brass ingot. Now I just need to grab the andesite alloy. I didn't mean to do that. Make an ingot with andesite alloy. It's time for kinetic power. Technically, we've already been in kinetic power for a while. We've already had some of these stuff because I skipped forward without actually doing the quest properly. Okay, so we got the zinc. I mean brass. Now, where did I leave the andesite alloys? Oh yeah, 1 here. And then we put them immediately away because I don't want them to sit in my inventory. Okay, and also bronze. I'll pick that up just so it's... Might as well. For a second I thought it didn't trigger. Wait. Why isn't it? Clearly there's a quest right here. Oh, because maybe once we pick up the bronze anvil, clearly there's a quest it's connecting to, so I don't know why it's not giving me that. Luckily, I do have the bronze anvil though, because I kept it so I can do that quest. Oh, it's because they're connected. I didn't see a line there, but yeah, that's why. There, I finished the quest line. No, I didn't, because I have to do all these other stuff. I'm not doing that. It doesn't matter, but we unlocked the next, it's kind of a boring name. Kinetic Power, I mean, it makes sense. But considering this called pre-industrial, you would assume the next stage would be called industrial or something. Or like steam age, or something to give that industrial feel, not kinetic age. Even if it does technically make sense, because most of the stuff uses kinetic power, it still feels a little weird. To do the mill wheel or the wind farm will help you with any machine if you know how they work. And JEW, hit W to do the animation. You need copper. Why is there a quest to get copper bars if you literally can't unlock? Because to get a star tool, you have to have you literally can't get to this andesite alloy without first having copper. Why would you? Or brass. You literally have to have brass and andesite to get this. Literally, the stuff that unlocks the next age is these two. Why would that be a quest? That's a weird oversight. I mean, it doesn't matter, but it's still like, it's still kind of bloat for no reason. There's no reason for that to be a quest. I don't have a copper though. Darn, I don't have a copper bar. Man, do I really not have a copper bar? Oh, okay, at least this one. Oh, never mind. Okay, I apologize. The copper one is still kind of annoying, how you just need one copper bar. But at least these ones technically have other stuff in them, like you need cogwheels and stuff. Though it still feel like, instead of showing the andesite symbol, they should probably show the cogwheel symbol. But you get cogwheels and stuff to unlock the next thing. And like this one, instead of just showing a brass thing, it should show the wrench. But that's just being nitpicking about it. But I feel like that's how it should be. But whatever. Whatever. I'm just being a little bit nitpicky about it. But let me get copper. Well, actually, I shouldn't get a copper, because if I'm going to get copper, I should make sure I have the other stuff ready, too. Do I have shafts? Okay. Do I? How do you make shafts again? I know you don't use andesite alloy for it. Yeah, so I have the stuff to make all that stuff. I just need, bronze. I already have the bronze. But you need a second bronze to make the wrench. Okay. So we need to get a bit more bronze, which is made, what was it, the 90-10? Yep, 10 zinc, 90 copper, so we need a lot more copper from somewhere. We don't have copper, but we have the malachite for copper to make it, so we're just gonna have to go grind some copper real quick. Wait for that. Wait for that to get ready, put these away. We might have some copper in these sluices, maybe. Probably not, because I feel like I would have taken it out by now, but it's possible. No, there isn't. Okay. I don't see any. I thought maybe, because sometimes I forget stuff in here, so it wouldn't be impossible that maybe there'd be, like, some stuff in here. But no, there isn't. Unfortunately, there is, in fact, no copper. None to grab. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this graphite. This shouldn't really be in here. Grab the magnite. Perfect. Now we're just gonna go ahead and put the graphite up over here, like so. I have too much stuff out right. I'm just gonna put this up for now since I don't have the copper I need. I'm just gonna put that up for now. Okay. Turn all these guys into little pellets. Man, we got a lot. Man, 64. And then you can go ahead and turn these into these. We got 1,000 magnetite. Plus this. Yeah, we have a lot of magnetite. This is enough to make over like 13 bars. That's a lot. So do we try using the mold table? Is that worth it? Let's see. Okay, let me see how it works. Okay. So I assume you put like the mold table, and then you grab. So do you just put the mold in it, and then yeah, it makes a mold. It turns into that mold, I assume. Yeah. So that's how it works. It's just like a, I guess, slightly more convenient way, except not because I don't have the room for any of that kind of stuff. It's convenient, except the fact that it's actually really inconvenient, considering how little room I have in this building to put stuff like that. So it's not actually that convenient in reality. So I don't know if I'm going to use it. It's still cool though. Maybe in like the future, if I get like a bigger, if I make like a bigger setup, I'll try using it more. But for now, it shall be left out of use. Let's go get some cast iron readied up. Do we have any more fuel anywhere? We do not. Is there any coal nearby that we know of that's like currently mined out? There is multiple areas with coal, like there's like a lignite there and stuff, but they're currently not mined down to it, so we'd have to mess with that stuff. We'd have to make like a whole new mine shaft. Honestly, I'd kind of rather just make a bit of charcoal, because we need charcoal anyway for the bloomery anyway. So charcoal just kind of feels better to make than getting coal, since we already need it in the first place for the bloomery, since the bloomery has to use charcoal. So let's just chop down a lot of trees. Any good trees nearby though? I want like a decently sized tree. This one isn't huge, but I kind of want to clear this certain area out to make maybe potentially more room for animals in the future, so I'll start clearing this place out. And go on a great tree chopping journey. 9 wood. These ones are bigger now though. We've got a 12 wood right here. And then I assume the other one next to it is like a 12 to 15 wood. The, tree to the right also is probably pretty big. If it is, also 12 wood. Okay. It's also 12 wood. Both pretty sizable. I wish this axe was a little faster. I mean, it's decently fast actually, considering I'm chopping down an entire tree in one fell swoop. So it's actually kind of fast, but it's just it could be even faster. Like I'm still sad when I tried using this little cheesy move that you usually could use in most mod packs that have the create mod pack. Usually there's a cheesy move where you can kind of essentially use the saw, the little saw over there. Usually you can use that as like a manual chainsaw. If you like hook it up to a tree and then crank it, you can like chop down an entire tree super quickly. Unfortunately, that doesn't work in this mod pack. I guess they took that out. And so even though it does succeed in cutting down the tree, it's way slower than using an axe. Plus it just deletes all the wood and stuff for some reason, which sucks. Because even if it was a bit slower, it honestly could still potentially be worth it, just considering that it doesn't use up any durability, which axe will. So it still could have been worth it, but no. Sadly, it doesn't work. Hopefully, it still works automated-wise. Like, hopefully, if I automate the saw, it'll still be able to chop trees down. Hopefully, they just took away the ability to do it manually, because it'll suck if they also took away the automated ability to use the saw as a for tree farms, because then you can't make tree farms really cool with it if they took away the ability for it to chop down trees and give you resources. So I don't know if they just took away the manual ability for it to take away resources, or if it's like also it's automated if it doesn't, you know, give you wood as well. I don't know. I haven't tested it out yet. Besides, like, I've tested the manual, but not the automated, because I don't really got the stuff for it. Because right now, my only power source, well, power source of quotations, is technically a kinetic source, because it's kinetic energy. The only source of, like, energy I have for the only kinetic source I have to automate my create machines currently is, the water wheels, because I currently don't have, windmills yet. So maybe I might have access to windmills, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know why I didn't think about that, because that could actually be good, because while windmills are insanely slow, if you get enough, like, gears to, you know, do the alternating gear strategy, where you alternate gears to make something super fast, I might be able to make, like, a really good, super fast thing. Like, I might be able to make, like, a super good, fast-acting machinery if I could, use windmills. That actually might be possible. I should actually check that out. I don't know why I didn't think about windmills. I just immediately jumped to water wheels. Windmill. How expensive is it in this mod? Obviously can't use that because it's deployer when I have access. It's a trap door, and you cut it. Okay, that's kind of weird, but works. How do you make the sails though? That's a big deal. So you use any type of cloth, and then you put it into the thing, or you can use a wool roll, which is essentially one wool block that turns into 4 rolls. Well, how is that better or worse? Is wool rolls more efficient? I can't actually tell. Let me find the white wool so I can see the resource for it. Because you make so 4 wool cloth turns into 8 white wool, and then each wool turns into what was like 4 sails, and then each sail makes a thing. So yeah, that's more efficient. That is like way more efficient, because before you're turning 4 cloth into 8 blocks. So that would already be doubling it if you were to use blocks to make this, but you can't. But the fact that you turn those blocks into rolls, which give you 4 for each block, so you're doubling it, and then you're timesing it by 4, so you're getting like 8 times the resources, aren't you? If you use rolls instead of cloth. The only problem is you have to use wool cloth, you can't use burlap cloth or anything. But that's still like quite good, I would say. That's still really nice. But anyways, let me real quick. I need to bury this charcoal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's 6, so we need to make a stack of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's actually. Wow, that's nice. There's like a hidden thing of charcoal I didn't even know about. The hidden charcoal stack. That's convenient. We get an extra little charcoal that we can use to, so what we can do is we can use like a lot of this charcoal for actually smelting the stuff into cast iron, and then the charcoal we get here we'll use in the bloomery. Though we probably won't use all of it, because this is like 6 stacks of logs for smelting. Oh, whoops, forgot about the, actually smelting it part. Oh, it broke. Doesn't really matter though. That's cheap. Those stuff are always like super cheap. There. Now let's take a nap. And the stuff will be there tomorrow. Oh, it's snowing now. That's crazy. We're fully in winter, aren't we? Oh no, we're in late autumn. It's just cold enough now that it is snowing. Like you can literally see little packs of snow. Are you guys still good? Surprisingly so. Well, except for the onions. The onions are now officially angry. But for some, like, the cabbage is actually like really happy with it still. The cabbage is still somehow perfectly fine despite the temperature, which is interesting. And so is the barley and rye. That's interesting. But they're still okay despite how cold it is. The fact that it can literally snow, yeah, they're still chill. I hope this snow doesn't like build up a bunch and they somehow escape. I'm about to be real annoyed if like somehow like a huge snow pile like gets built and that helps the sheep escape or something. That's actually gonna annoy me if that ends up happening. Hopefully it does not. Can you do anything with snow? Not really. You can make snow blocks, but that's it. It's just, I guess, like a little cool, I guess, to see. But nothing like, yeah, nothing important. You can actually make a, gotta make the framed snow block. Interesting. Not important though. Not too important to me right now. Already got a full, oh no, that's not, it's not a full snow block. This is a dirt block that just for some reason looks like snow now. I thought that was actually a full thing of snow already. Okay. And we'll chest. Drink my milk. Sip sip. Oh, I don't have any food. I need some food real quick. Kelp. Kelp. Grab my kelp supply. Time to start nibbling on my kelp supply that I've been stacking up for the winter. Okay, now that I'm there. Oh yeah. We should go ahead and start working on the cast iron now. Start working on the cast iron. So let's try making sure that when we're doing this, we're doing it and like making sure. Well, actually, no, we'll just keep melting it. But we need to be careful that we don't actually get into like a ratio. Like we end up having leftover that can't be put. Like we need to make sure we don't actually put too much iron into it. That like there's leftover that won't fit into the 100 millibuckets that we use to make bars. We need to make sure there's not too much left over. Okay, fire starter. Boop. Okay, get y'all ready. Up and cooking. Y'all doing pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. We also turned this into more things, briquettes. Now while I wait for that to warm up, I'm gonna check through some stuff. Specifically, I'm gonna go see if this is done now. You done? No, but you're mostly done, so I'm gonna go ahead and start putting them in the sluices so we can go ahead and start working on that copper I need to get that copper bar or whatever the quest is leading into. Whatever it's needed for. Now we also need the copper for the brass as well. If we want to make that brass for the wrench. What do we even need the wrench for? Like, I know it's for moving stuff, isn't it? Yeah, it's for moving stuff, but we technically don't need that right now. But I guess we'll make it for whatever we need. Quest tells us to do it, I'm willing to do it. As the quest book tells me to go off the cliff with it, I would gladly do so. I'll do whatever the quest book says. Okay, I need to do that real quick. Okay. I'm gonna do that. I need to grab my ingot mold. Now. It's I forgot I need to heat it up more again. Forgot about that. Keep it heated up. Let's go ahead and start moving these two into the circulation. Whoops. Mess that up. Keep it going. Well, I should also go ahead and throw some charcoal here just in case. Doop. Doop, doop. Doop, doop. Okay, I think I messed up. This isn't going to be in like perfect ratios of 100, so we're going to have iron left over, which was a mistake on my part. That was definitely a mistake on my part. Should not have had that happen. Okay, move that in here. Keep that heated up. Gotta keep it at max temperature. Up, my thing broke. Gotta go and put in the other fire clay. Okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. Nope. Got too cold again. This is going to be burning through my charcoal. Constantly activating the bellow is just going to massively increase that fuel consumption, which sucks. I don't like using up too much of my fuel at one time. And of course the cooldown. Okay. A little bit more. We'll be able to get a few more bars and then a little bit left over. Doop. Turn it back on. Get it out. I forgot to put the other bar in. The other little thing. Mold. And now we have like a weird 40 left over, which sucks, but it happens. It happens. No, any water. Where's water? Where's like a little thing of water we can just... Yeah, let's just go ahead and... Just throw all of these guys into the water real quick. Just so they can cool down a bit more. Okay, no, they actually did not cool down at all because they ended up getting thrown off. Let's just actually throw it here. This isn't a flowing water source, so they should stay if we put it right there. That's a better idea. I didn't think about the fact that they'd get stuck in the sluice, which doesn't actually count as like a block of water, and therefore... Oh, they all... Wait, they almost... Did they like start going... They didn't like despawn. I saw some of them like starting to go into a block. I don't think I lost any, but now I'm like afraid that I might have and I didn't even know. I probably should just... I should throw them here. This is like probably a better place to throw them in. I can keep better watch over here. Yeah, this is a more safe place to put them. I should have just put them all here. Okay. 14. These are finished. Let me grab all the charcoal. I'm actually going way too fast with this. I'm like destroying all the sand blocks underneath as well. Okay, easily enough resources. There. Head up the little plateau. I thought that was snow. No, it's all my pollution I've been creating. Okay, then boop. We should be able to do them all in bulk, even though I'm a little afraid of doing so, because I feel like it's going to somehow mess up, but it probably shouldn't. Yeah, no, see, it's fine. It's fine. I should stop being afraid of it doing so. It's slow if I do it one at a time, like I should just do it bulk. Yeah, see, it's 14 to 14. Perfect. It saved it all. Now all I need to do... make a new fire starter since the other one broke. With the charcoal. No. You don't do it on natural bloomer, you're supposed to do it on the molten block. Wait, no, you are supposed to go on the bloomery, not the molten block. I somehow got it backwards. Okay, there. 14 minutes. Okay, that's fine. Forge is apparently still working because I left charcoal in it. Whoops. Let me see if there's any magnite that I missed in here that maybe we could use for to finish that last bar. Preferably. Or maybe I missed some. I don't see any though. I don't think I did miss any, unfortunately. I was hoping that maybe I missed like a pile of magnite somewhere and we could use that to make up for the bit I'm missing in the last in that little mold, but unfortunately I don't see any. So that's not gonna happen. Only way it could happen is maybe if we get enough dirty dust we could, but I don't think it's going to be enough dirty dust. These are only like a very tiny amount of tiles, so it won't be enough. Well, then what I'm going to do is instead just focus on making that next brass ingot. So you have the brass here. Also the copper ingot as well, which we also need to make. Yeah, so grab this, grab that. Is it still running? It is, but it's about to run out, so let me put some more fuel in it real quick. I'm just gonna... Can't do nothing with it. It's like messed up now. Darn it. It's like not gonna work anymore because of this, which sucks. Okay. That should be 80. Well, we need a little bit more than that, so we'll do doop, doop, doop. That should be 90. And then we have the 10. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Trying to burn me alive. About essentially destroying my hands in the process. Gotta drink some milk to heal it up. Gotta stand in the corner over here. Need to get away from the flammables. Get away from all this flammable stuff. Okay. Actually, why don't I just turn all of those stuff now? Okay, 1 brass ingot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, because these are 20 each. That'll make a copper bar. We need also to heat these up real quick as well. Grab the hammer. Fill that up. Grab this for a second so it doesn't get too hot. Too much faster than the other one. Okay. Okay, they should be good now. Yep. Turn to a brass double ingot. Take this out. And then we're turning this into a wrench. La 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 la. Nope, that was way too much. Let's like, I don't know, put it, let's say like this much. Let's just wing it a bit. Okay, let's stop winging it. Let's actually try counting now. I was hoping I could instantly get it somehow, but no. Okay, 1 upset, 2 punches. Yeah, that's definitely not. Okay, 1 upset, 1, 2, 3, 4 punches. Not enough, okay. 1 upset, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 punches. Okay, somehow got lucky that time. Did it way quicker than I usually would. That one was really fast, apparently, which is very convenient. I'm gonna grab all this charcoal now, so it doesn't get wasted. Okay, done with all of that. Now we just need to take a quick night in this very dark house, in quotation marks. There is no house yet. I still living in the middle of just a field for some reason. I am the worst for starting modded playthroughs and just never building a house, and instead just living out in the field forever. Perhaps one day I'll make a house. I mean, it's easier. Before I couldn't make a house because of resource constraints. Like, it was really hard getting enough, lumber to make wooden blocks and other things. But now that we have this mechanical saw, which makes you like 10 times as much wood as you would get using a manual saw. Now that we have the mechanical saw, which gives you so much more wood, we can technically make a wooden house or whatever you want. Eventually, it's just, I'm just putting it off is the problem. But we can eventually do that if I want to. Make a nice looking house. Eventually. But okay, let me just put these away. I'm just gonna throw this on here. So what did that do? So now we have brass. We can make a brass chest plate for some reason. Why does it want me to make a brass chest plate? What does that lead me to? Okay, do brass chest plates give you something or something? Do you get something for making a brass chest plate? No, I kept clicking the button. It doesn't have a recipe except for the fact that you can enchant it, but what reason does it want me to make a brass chest plate for? Energy relay poles. Electric power. Use the resonator, generator, or alternator to make power. Interesting. So there's like a weak motor. So they have like an early game motor that you can use, like a way more early game motor you can make. Interesting. But you need redstone, so we're gonna have to find redstone eventually. And it also wants me to make the crafter. What does the crafter cost? Okay, surprisingly cheap. Usually this is like, even in a regular crate, usually crafters are kind of expensive and are kind of the like annoying, a little bit more resource intensive thing to create. But for some reason, this mod pack, I swear it makes it kind of cheaper. Annoying with how all the extra steps it gives you, but cheaper in a way. It's actually kind of not that expensive. So we could do that eventually. And I assume it's probably going to lead to you making the big wheels, like the crushers, or whatever they're called. Like crushing wheels. Which, what did those cost? Wait, those are actually cheap somehow. These are actually really cheap. It's just like, you know, cost 21 crafters is the problem. But considering this wants you to make 21 crafters, you know it's wanting you to make the crushing wheels. Okay, we can make this real quick, can't we? We just need to get 4 shafts, 4 andesite alloys, okay? So let's grab these. 1, 2, whoops. I forgot they immediately build up super high. I forgot they did that. I was gonna like try to place 4 individually on the ground, but I forgot it does that. Okay, now we have 4 of these. And if we want to make cogwheels, we need to make... Look, we actually need a lot more cogwheels. We actually need a lot more shafts then to make all these cogwheels. Do we have any already though? We actually have a lot of cogwheels already existing. So we actually don't need to make that much. We already have all the large ones we need. Already have that. We just need to make the small ones, which is going to require just more wood. So go ahead. So just make this. Turn to slabs. And I guess what you're supposed to cut them to the thing. We'll use a saw since we're no longer really using it for much else anymore. Now that we have the mechanical saw for cutting wood into lumber, we don't really use it for much else. So I will prefer to use this. I'll use the stone axe first, though. Actually, since I forgot that was there. So we should really. Whoops, wrong way around. We hold the slab in the hand. Do this first. Use a stone axe just so it's not laying around wasting inventory space. Okay, perfect. That should be the 8 we need. Now we just go pop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we just need to make a few more, like what, 3 more? We just need 3 more andesite. Because we need to do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Can you break these with the? Let me check. Because it said something about deconstruct stuff. Can I use this wrench to break it? Nah, I swear it says sneak while interacting to dismantle. Okay, so you can. Okay, so I guess it's convenient for that, like instant break-in stuff. Okay, so it's nice for that stuff. You need it. Basin, depot, hand crank. Well, I already have a hand crank, so let me just pick that up. Oh, I keep forgetting I can use a wrench now. Driving wheels. So once we make water wheels, but also once we make these other stuff. Only on water biomes, river, lake, ocean. That's the only time it works 100%. Man, wait, you telling me they changed it so it only works in certain biomes now? Only works good in water biomes of the ocean? Well, this is okay because I'm in a water biome, so the water was fine. But no way did this mod pack, unless Create changed. I don't think Create changed this to be the case. Did this mod pack change it so wind wheels only work in like mountains and stuff, and now height matters? Oh, that's gonna suck if that's the case, because usually usually if you don't know it, essentially the usual cheat that you do with windmills to make them like super powerful but like not taking up horrendous amount of space and being like such a hard to make thing is usually you just make a mine shaft to hell, and usually you just make like a giant hole in the ground, and then you just put like you literally just put the windmill underground, like a gigantic like windmill just pointing down the ground. Like you essentially have like a block here with the windmill structure item, like the bearing. You essentially like, you put the bearing and then you just put like 4 fans infinitely going down until you reach the maximum that you need to make the windmill generate the maximum amount of kinetic force, and you just do that. But darn it, if they changed it so now it actually matters what height it's at and what biome it is in, that's gonna be inconvenient, and it's nerfing my windmill. It's nerfed. They nerfed its power. I can't just throw it in a hole anymore. I can't just throw it in a hole in the middle of nowhere and forget about it. No. Jetpack. Yo, we can make a jetpack. Exoskeleton. Fight with bare hands. Give strength. And mining fatigue. Okay. Interesting. I've never made this before, even in other mod packs. But it's interesting. But anyways, considering how long this video's kind of been going on, this is probably going to be the end of this video. But hopefully I'll stop taking a 20-year break, and I'll actually, hopefully this will be the end of my like 3-week break away from the mod pack, and hopefully I'll start hopefully be back to making videos on this mod pack more regularly again, so we can actually get some progress done and do some cool stuff, because I think this mod pack is cool, even if it's annoyingly grindy at times. It's still very cool, and I enjoy it. But anyways, this has been the end of the video. If you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next video. Bye!